Now once you've got your page completed, as an extension exercise you can actually use this to practice using your hatchings just with a biro, just as your quick technique for adding some tone to the surface. We're not talking about rendering using colour, just to give an idea of light and shadow. So that's using diagonal lines. Now with a curved surface, you wouldn't. So for example, on the oblique projection here, if we had the light coming in from straight above, this side here would be in some darkness, but this top surface here wouldn't be so. But wherever an edge breaks to atmosphere, you'll always end up with some form of shadow or line representing the edge of the object as you look at it. Okay, unless it's a really glossy surface. So this time I'm just going to bring in some hatch lines from the bottom here and gradually break them further apart to indicate that the surface is getting lighter. And I've done those because that's a nice smooth continuous surface. I've done those parallel with that 45-degree line to the side, and you can see that automatically gives an indicator there that there's some form of shadow and bright area on that material surface. And then for example, this surface here, if you look on the plug, it's actually a slightly grey moulding, and you can actually just add that matte tone just by diagonal hatchings, evenly spaced but light construction pressure on the pen, and that just gives you an indication of how it looks. And it's really good once you've done this study to actually practice this. I'm going to do the same again here. So we just have the light coming straight down, and you can do this with all your drawings and imagine how they would appear. So when you've got a feature like this, you would actually end up with possibly it'd be darker at the top here than it would be, and you'd possibly have some light catching in there or difference in tone. So I'm actually going to start at the top and just with slightly curved line this time, just to indicate, because that's an indent for your thumb and index finger to grab and grip the plug as you're using it, and just gradually get a bit lighter as I work down. And you can see it looks like that's an indentation. And again, we'll just add that break, that sharpen that external surface there. Bring those lines down on there. Okay, and then we'll do the same with the plug pins. And where you've got two different materials, just space the lines out further for the lighter surface. So this is, I'm not shading a gradient here, I'm just sketching individual parallel lines slightly diagonal. And unless it's a curved surface, always have them at around 45 to 60 degrees off the parallel line you're working from. So and again, we might have that matte surface on here. It's just a really quick design technique to help give a bit more realism to the sketch. So that's something you could practice.